Sunday, 10:54 a.m. 30 minutes before their supposed meet-up. Kenma and Kuro arrived. Going somewhere? Bathroom. Kuro exits as Tsukishima enters the scene. Kenma couldn't help but feel like they're avoiding the other. Kenma decides to brush it off. After everything that had happened, it was only natural. Kenma wrapped his mind on his game, yet kept getting distracted by the pinging of Tsukishima's phone. Shōyō. Tsukishima smiled faintly at him. Sorry, should I turn it off? No, I don't mind. Shōyō's still so excited to talk to you after 2 whole years. That's a joy I take. Just like Kuro. Tsukishima remained unspoken. He stares blankly at his phone, flooding with messages. We need to talk. Now. He took out his hardness, lowered my garment to stick it in between my legs. He teased me, rubbing my already erect manhood against his. Again, and again, and again. Until the wetness made it easier to slide off nicely. His pained but lewd expression makes it even hotter. His moans. I could tell, he was feeling it. I smirked and bit my lip a little on the side. He is too immersed to even notice. I closed my legs and squeezed them together, tight. He let out a sexy moan. One I couldn't get enough of. He stopped to look at me, while all sweaty. He was amused. I did that. I made him let out a satisfied cry. A throaty groan all by myself. He had a naughty grin plastered on his face. It's gonna get good. He held my face on one hand. The other keeps me still. He pressed on my cheeks a little harder than he does. It doesn't hurt, but his roughness excites me. He would never hurt me. He commanded me to stick my tongue out. He made love to my mouth. A kiss he reveled in. His bittersweet taste is overflowing, it's trickling down my neck. Tongue. So soft yet strong. He has me bowing to his mercy. Slowly, I felt him enter. He's rock hard. I cried out. He filled me full. Feels so damn good. He covered my mouth and used the other to grope my chest. Pinching, twisting until my nib perked up. He slid and took off my bottom completely, revealing my naked body. Sweaty and hot. He stopped for a moment to stare. He was breathing hard. I know he wanted me bad. Closer to my ear he went, and whispered. I helped him unbutton his shirt, slowly unraveling his glorious body. I touched him and kissed him and feasted on him. All while he hangs on top of me. I could get used to this. What a treat. He took off his pants and everything else. We are both naked and all I can think of is him, wrecking my whole being. He pinned me down and nibbled on my ear. He confessed, it was his favorite body part. He paid attention to every bit of my body. Not a single cell left untouched. Every part his lips touched, hissed from the heat, and a moan let out. I took him wholly. It was overwhelming. Overpowering. It makes me feel inferior. Yet I want him to dominate over me. He moved ever so slowly. He was never this gentle, but it was good. I felt desirable. His bare skin was touching mine. His weight on me made me feel hotter. The bare skin-to-skin contact. The smell of his hair. The smoothness hidden behind his movements. The sensation. To hear such sweet moans only aroused me more. His hardness, grinding against my insides. Hitting all the right spots. I just couldn't keep my voice in. His movements rippled like pouring rain down a river. My body quivers as we dance amidst a music I have never heard. He's hitting a deep spot so well, it's making my body tremble. My nails dug deep on his insanely broad back. I am sweating all over. I'm getting dizzy. And this is driving me wild. The air is getting thin, second by second, as he thrusts vigorously. The strong scent of alcohol filled the room. The room is dark. Cold yet warm. The floor, sun dappled from the small cracks in the windows. The light shining through. Just how long have I been here again? Sunday, 11:01 p.m. 2 weeks before the incident. I'm coming over. Kuro sent a private message. Kenma's cheeks flushed as a message popped up. A smile left his lips. At this hour? K. Sunday, 11:41 p.m. Kenma skips to open the door to welcome his dearest friend. Kenma Eeeeyyyy. Hinata jumps and clings onto Kenma, knocking the both of them down. Glad you made it here safely. Aw. You're so cute, all concerned, hee hee. I told mom I would stay over. We can go to club practice together. This is great. Good thing you're free. Hinata frowns and mumbles. I won't have to go alone. Kenma caught on. Did you have a fight? Kenma walks toward his room. Hinata trailed behind. No, what? Why would we? Tsukki's just busy. That's all. Humph. Hinata closed the door behind him as he entered. Kenma climbed on his bed while Hinata helped himself to a beanbag. Kenma handed him some refreshments. I didn't mention any names. Ah. Then how about you? With Kuro-san? I haven't been in contact with him much. It's been a week since it started. Kenma kept on checking his phone for messages. Nothing. Oh. So. What's keeping him busy? I don't know. I didn't ask. That's some trust you got there. Yeah, it was a mess at first. Time grew on us, and became lovers eventually. There was something about him. We had much more similarities than I thought. Ha ha ha. The truth is, I don't want to give him the satisfaction to know I care enough to ask. I don't want to sound needy. I envy you. Hinata went up to him and wrapped him in his warmth. Kenma embraced Shōyō tighter. His quirks, his peeves. The sound he makes when he sleeps. The attitude and the toxicity. Hinata knew so well. He knew how much love Kenma holds for Kuro. Sometimes, he just want to put them in a box until they talk things out. Still, he didn't want to overstep his bounds. So he watched in the sidelines as Kuro and Kenma love each other silently. Hinata loosened up his arms around him. Tsukishima-ke. We've been friends before we were lovers. Not very exciting, but it's sure. Are you telling me the thought of him cheating never crossed your mind? If so, can I have you instead? Sunday, 11:54 p.m. Same day. I brought booze. Kuro lifted a transparent bag containing alcohol. Shut your trap and get in. Oh. She. Enough games. What the hell is going on here? Bokuto-san? KG-san? Not a word. Kuro. Am I the only one clueless of what's happening right now? Kenma-san? K-chan. Can I have you instead? Hinata forced a smile. Ah. What a painful thought. I can take care of you. We'll have lots of fun together. By your side. We fit like two peas in a pod. Just think about it. Choose me and you'll never be left alone again. Gone are the lonely nights. Alone and never, sounded perfect in his ears. I can show you what love truly feels like. Kenma slid a hand on top of Shōyō's. The other reached out and caressed his plump cheek. How it's properly done. Won't I be a better lover? Inching closer, their lips went. A month before the incident. Akaashi-san. Kuro devised a plan. He went to Akaashi KG for advice. Akaashi was firm. Akaashi strongly disagrees but felt bad for Kuro. Clearly, Kenma and Kuro belong together. Regardless, he wanted to take no part. Kuro took responsibility. Yet Bokuto had always been supportive. Akaashi. Hawaii. We should help my bro. Then I'll have you take responsibility. Hinata caught them in the middle of their discussion. He heard the plan. And so, Akaashi decided to tell Hinata all about it. Hinata felt the need to help them get together. What can I do? Chibi-chan. I promise this is only to make Kenma jealous. Hinata nodded. He believed him. He knew. Yet. Can you lend me your boyfriend, Tsukishima? It will only be for a. Hinata's arm swung across, slapping Kuro. Hinata's palm stung as it left Kuro's surprised face. Kuro held his cheek, burning from his painful hit. Is this some kind of sick joke? Who in the fucking right mind would share his boyfriend with someone else? Hinata stormed out of the scene, leaving the rest, wide-eyed. He declined as he should. But it took its toll. His guilt got the better of him. His attacks resurfaced, but he never told Tsukishima. He had no intentions of doing so. He constantly worried about setting it off whenever he's around people. Especially his dearest lover. He was torn between halves. Kenma is his best friend. Kenma openly spoke about his bottled up feelings. Love in secrecy. So close yet so far. In the end, he couldn't take it. His anxiety won't let him sleep. And so, he agreed to help Kuro even though it's against his will, with a condition on his mind. Kuro will tell him everything and shall never cross the line. News never reached Tsukishima. Once he finds out, all hell will break loose. His agreement didn't stop him from having attacks. In fact, it got worse. Every time he lays his eyes on Kei, his heart shatters. Lending a lover? The guilt is slowly consuming him. Hinata didn't want to worry him all over again. He was finally over it. He should be over it. But it's back. It was Tsukishima Kei who took care of him for the years they've been together, during all his rough times. Their relationship wasn't all rainbows and sunshines. It was the exact opposite. Only a thing is keeping him sane. Their relationship had a strong foundation. Shōyō solidly believes, Kei would never betray him. Just how long have I been here again? 6. 7 hours maybe? Who cares when I'm having such a great time? Mind-blowing sex. I couldn't stop shaking my hips. My mind is going blank. He's steel solid and he's still growing. Any more and he would completely tear me apart. I bit on his neck. The pleasure is rocking me to my core. We're both panting like wild dogs. He's very gentle and firm, but it's the best sex we're having. His voice is driving me to my wits. I'm almost at my limit. He held my nape and pulled closer to kiss me. He lifted one leg, ramming his rod in my depths. I screamed in ecstasy. So close. I am pulling on his hair. He's so fucking deep inside me. I don't think I could hold for much longer. My hole starts to clamp down. He reacted irresistibly. He is holding back, making sure I enjoy this as much as he does. I couldn't help but smile at the thought. Adorable, ain't he? I kissed his forehead. He leaned his whole body. His weight over me. His lips landed on mine. Prodding inside to make love with my tongue. His temple, plunging deeply, roughly. More, more, more. He shot his load inside of me. A heavy load. I can feel it dripping down my thighs. We were both gasping for air. Mad enough, I climaxed. This is our 5th time this week. You know, when we were younger. I took Kenma to a park just outside the town. We lay on our backs by a tree, gazing upon the universe all above us. I promised I will always be with him. I told him, from then on, that place is ours. It was the first time I saw him paint a smile on his straight face. I bit my lip. Harder than intended. When I die, that's where you'll find me. He sat down and stared at my ruined body. His hair flowed perfectly. Your lip. It's bleeding. It's not the only thing that bleeds. Tsukishima cleaned himself up and picked up his clothes. What's wrong? This will be the last time I put up with your bullshit. After getting dressed, he headed for the door. He desperately needs fresh air. When I get back, this room will be empty. Kei. Kenma. Kei clicked his tongue, calling out a different name during the deed. How can he possibly mistake him for someone else? So you knew my name after all. What are you rambling on about? Tsukishima kept his mouth shut. You can't be serious. Silence. Aren't you aware? They say all good boys go to heaven. Tsukishima turned his head to face him. Confusion written all over. But bad boys bring heaven to you. Tsukishima made his exit. Tsukishima wanted to wipe him off of his annoyingly smug face, but he can't. Kuro has the upper hand. If this continues, he doubts he could keep himself in control of his growing feelings for Kuro. It has to end, now. Won't I be a better lover? Inching closer, their lips went. Will you be mine? Don't stoop to that level. Kenma hung his face a breath away from Shōyō's. Kenma made a toothful grin. Just think about it, Sho. He playfully teases him, walking his fingers from Shōyō's hand to his arm, to his shoulder, till it reached the back of his neck. Stop. Kenma seduced him with his foxy eyes. It would only be fair to cheat. We both know you're not into me, Kenma. And we both know I'm not into you. A crease formed on Kenma's forehead. He only speaks of the truth. Holding a grudge won't do you any good. Cheating is something you decide on. I suggest you choose wisely. A moment of silence. Shōyō. Water spilled from Kenma's eyes. I just want to be loved. Shōyō enveloped him under his wings. Oh, but you are, sweet pea. You are deeply loved.